All right, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's channeling. As usual, we'll go into messages and 2 questions. So try to keep the messages a little bit short for tonight. So blessings, and here we go. Greetings. I'm Ariel, the angel. Our energies, yes, are with you. As your levels of advancement continues, Mother Earth's energies, or DNA, is with you as you change your form, change your direction. As yes, a timeline change, a major one, is on its way worldwide, and you most likely see it. It is difficult to miss it. Mostly around your September. It is moving into your August, the beginning stages of it. Actually, it was more July. But around your September time frame, it will have a major shift. And as for your alien friends, they will light up the skies in certain areas to assist this shift to come through, because they see it also. As for what it is, we will just have to let you connect with that as you are growing with it. You grow with the earth and it changes. Your California is going through, yes, a mind manipulation through the fires. And realize also many do actually have the ability to go through fire and see through it. But many aren't aware of that. They are still in the 3rd dimension mentality, but you can actually calm it down with your minds also. But that has not been taught on your planet. It can be cooled down. You can even find its source of where it occurred. So you're going into these new ways of looking at things. And yes, it only needs a few of you to connect. But most of you, it will go into the majority of your consciousness when those are ready. Yes, seeing things differently. Feeling the wind differently. The wind is also from Mother Earth to give you energy to cool down, but also it is like a touch from her too. A whisper, you can say. Because there are many words being said across your planet through nature, and you can connect to those vibrations. As nature is always speaking to itself. The trees, the water, it's always speaking. Even the leaves speak. And you can hear that if you wish to do so. There's always a conversation going on. It's just this, not just human. Yes, it's in another dimension, but most of you should be able to tap into some part of it, some time of your time by here. So send your energies and your transformations. It's just the soul is rediscovering itself. As many are, yes, removing the gender, and much more is to come. Greetings to you. We are the Syrians. This is a galactic update yes, your fires are much a concern in your California, but also your weather activity with your volcanic energies are not seen on the public eye, but yes, are much is happening there as there are some eruptions going on silently, but we are keeping our eyes on that. As for yes, your California is kind of the lost child of your United States. It is kind of separating, and already has been separated in many ways. It's another way of showing we are different than the rest of you. You can say fire is another way of showing they're cutting ourselves off from the rest of the country too. You can say it's through funding. Some are saying this, but it has much more. It goes much deeper into the soul of California as it wants to be heard, and yes, many changes are going to occur. It is going to, yes, lead, you can say, the Earth into, at least the United States, into a new direction, as it's going to be calling the shots in some ways. It has its way of going about it. It will take some time for that to be seen, as new laws will be done there and other places. And yes, your democratic energies will eventually loosen up. As yes, the Illuminati there are shifting, many of them are leaving. And you can say some of them are leaving are causing those fires also. Because we don't want you to leave, as they say. That is all we have for you at the moment. Just feel the energies of freedom without these manipulations. Free yourself of these things. The mind, the body. You will feel angelic energies in your spiritual directions as your chakras do ignite, fire up, as you feel yourself transforming into another being.
Daria, you're up. If you're ready.
Greetings to you. Well, we are still connecting. Greetings.
Hello.
One moment. We have the Andromedans. We are feline Andromedans. Greetings. A name that your Earth needs for a connection. Well, moment. You don't have a name. Greetings to you anyway. We are, yes, to assist you on, yes, your questions. Andromeda energies are with you, along with the music, vibrations, and culture energies. And much of it is going, yes, as humans connect more to your culture and forget everything else. Politics will eventually drown itself out. As you connect more to communities and leave everything else out that you do not need. And be, I'd say shelter in some ways, but basically what is most important. Yes, whenever you're ready with your question, please.
Thank you for being here. First up is Daria.
Hello there.
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings. So,
how can we help you?
Yes, what can you help me with? So, I would like to have a message from you. It doesn't really matter what.
One moment. Well, yes, so much of your energies do come from a Sirius, and that's, yes, the opposite of your vibration. But you can say you came there to unserious them, to get that seriousness out of themselves.
Yeah.
And you can say that led you to this world. It's like, wow, this world really is serious. So you can say you were kind of sent here, if you want to look at it that way. From what we are seeing, you had all the characteristics that are needed, and you kind of put it in your book of things to do, if you want to look at it that way. But you brought energies from your not from Sirius, but yes, another universe, as you're aware, and you're mostly connected to this other universe that does not necessarily need to be named at this time. It's one that's opposite of this one, at least how to do things. And you can say it's taken that serious approach. It is, yes, this world has lost itself. It's lost its soul in a lot of ways of truly living. It's given its power away. I don't have to tell you that. So your energies here are now you are connected to the crystal children on this planet. And you do connect to them as they're being born on this world. So you are with many here. I believe you can connect with that.
Oh yes, yes, and it was so nice to hear it too. So
Yes.
it's like a short memory lane through across the universe. It's really nice. But
Yes.
and then so I know the series types are pretty serious, and
Yes.
they to take a problem and make it more serious, and then they have this look on their face that's you can call it serious. So that's how I kind of recognize them in astral. They are facial serious. But then I would like to know if you have any messages, might be personal, something funny, or anything, or maybe a hint in a current situation.
Well, yes, you're doing a silent timeline change. You're seeing it is going, yes, into the personal life of, but you are making arrangements. Not everything has been edgewise. There's also been archons that have been affecting it recently too, bringing the wrong ones to you, at least relationship wise. So that has been dealt with at this time. So there is prospects, but it has been kind of blocked in some ways by archonic beings that aren't the most friendly. You could say they're serious, if you want to add that.
Yeah, I had like hints and names. Like I kind of hear the same names over again.
Yes.
It can be from the radio, it can be from the television, or somewhere outside, and the same name is like
Yes.
in the movement. Yep.
The wrong ones have been sent to you recently. It's because some do have a vendetta against you. That's on the astral plane. You should be able to connect with that. Some are feline there. So, and there are archonic feline beings.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's
Because what's seen, they are connecting more to your soul origin than they would like you to know. So in some ways, they're kind of blocking you on your enjoyment on this planet, you could say.
okay. Good to know.
Yes.
Unblock it then.
Yes, you will be able to see it.
Yes.
Yes.
So
they work through dreams from what I see.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Blessings to you.
Bless you.
Okay, next up is Omran, and I've got his questions. His first question, are there any messages from anyone to me?
One moment. Omran. Well, yes, he's been connecting to a great deal of archons, but he has put a steady energy. Now he's connected to Arabic archons. And yes, they are very intense. And they can kind of even tire him out and to even give him dreams that are unpleasant. Arabic archons are very vicious as they've gotten their way in that part of the world. And he's very connected. Armand's very connected to this world. And yes, Nebuchadnezzar is connected to in the ancient world. And yes, Armand and most of you should be able to feel a desert vibration of the Arab world around it, because that is where most of his vibration is at this time. And he might feel like he's in astral, and he is, of course, but he's also in his energies are in that land. So that's all we can say at this moment.
Okay, thank you. His second question, I feel a new beginning where I am going to practice spirituality and change a lot. Any message on this?
Yes, you do see Merlin's energies, also elemental energies from your Middle Earth very connected to you. But yes, you see your third eye opening up more as you're ready to expand your soul into this environment to bring it into the physical. So yes, you can say the magician energies are much there. As he's already aware, he is connected to much Mother Earth's vibration, but I believe he feels that he's ready now so he can handle his energies in this physical environment. He's been holding back with good reason. So yes, hopefully to continue to do so. He's also very connected to the stargates on this planet. Some of his energies are within the stargate, as he probably already knows that. As basically his DNA is connected to it. That's insane.
Thank you. Next, I have Emmy's questions. Question number 1, what messages do you have for me regarding my current work environment?
Yes, we see her changing the environment at where she is at, actually. She is changing the vibration there. And it might be heavy for a while. She's actually bringing in more peaceful energies, but she's also keeping an eye on those that she's around. Her mission is astrally, not just in the physical. And most likely she'll be traveling very soon. What soon in your world is different from ours, but we do see very soon, I believe, for work purposes. As to once again, everywhere she's going, those places are calling her to be at. There's artifacts there. Even where she's at, there's a lot of ancient artifacts that are not seen in your dimension that she can connect to. So just what's alien? She's already connected to the alien vibrations, but what artifact energies are there? Blessings.
Thank you. Her second question, do you have any messages regarding my physical and spiritual health? If possible, an infusion from your collective, please.
Yes. From the Andromedans, yes, we can give you much relief. Yes, a few percentages will be fine at this moment. But one moment. Yes, there's a lot of mental anguish going on. She's picking up many voices from those that she works with. Many of them are reptilian. Now, are those alien people? Meaning, are they aliens in human form? Yes. Has she fully met one of them? I don't believe so, because there's many other rankings away from her. They're more in the high ranking vibrations. So if she sees anything, so that is, you wonder where problems are coming from. Is coming from that. So she's most likely should open up that vibration. And what do you feel? Who there is not who they seem. There's only one there, but it's keeping an eye on. But I believe she can be able to connect who that is. Which is very sensitive. So that would also help her heal. Blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Michelle's questions. Her first question, message for my highest good at this time.
Yes, not to agonize about small things. She does that. And to take a vacation from your problems, just release and release and release and release. She is going through some karma from her past incarnations, not necessarily in this environment. So it's a past life. I believe this has been mentioned, and once again, it's mentioned again. She does have connections to archons in the past. She has been, I would say, a queen of them in the past, too. She has controlled many of them, as they have been her minions in the past. Well, weird. Now, this is ancient world, and I believe she can connect with that. I believe connecting with that would help heal greatly. Blessings.
Thank you. Her second question, would you derive a lot of benefit from attending the Hukulo workshop in New York this month?
It is up to her. Now, she's already questioning it. That shows that there's some uncertainty there. It is... One moment. We have to dive into this. If she feels like she can learn something from it, yes. But if she feels like she's just not going to learn anything, not enough, It's like, what do you feel learning? Is it going to be worth? And most likely, from our perspective, she's already on a path of advancement from what we are seeing, so we don't see it adding too much to her environment. But that is still up to her. She can always obviously go by what she feels, but in our perspective, probably not. But she's going to always make that decision, because with her, it might be a personal, it might be just one little thing she's there for. And that one little thing is what's calling her. So everything else might be maybe not what she thought it would be, but one thing is all that matters. So it's up to her if that's worthy. Blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Bobby.
Greetings, Andromedans.
Greetings to you.
My blessings.
Yes.
I heard you talking to Daria about soul origin and her connecting with it. Coming across my studies, I came across the reference of soul source, and the source's original intention for my emanation, of my soul's origin. And I was looking to see if you can, shed some light on that to help me connect with that, or if not, any meditation advice on how to connect myself.
Well, on this world, well, we have different ways of looking at it with you. It's very Arabic of your past. Now, that's on this world. It's Arabic. Even Atlanteans had Arabs there too. Of course, they called them differently. They looked different, but still had an Arabic energy. They had very mystical powers there. Still, magicians are Arabics, as you see on your world today. So everything's kind of shifted after Atlantis, but I believe you have it. Now, this is on this world. Now, your origins, I believe, yes, they come from a mixed vibration. Now, what we are picking up, a lot of it is from Zeta, and now you're adding to the Zeta Reticuli, you're adding all these different species to yourself. So now you might not identify as the Zeta at this point, because that was one of your early connections, at least in this galaxy, put it that way. So you're adding to their, now you go back to them to show them what you learned, and you show past lives, and you all just, I believe you can connect with that. So I believe the Zeta is your entry into this reality, but you chose many different incarnations though after that.
Right.
That's what we're seeing.
Okay. Yeah. I was mentioned before that I had Zeta connections in the past as time traveling. Actually helping Martin Luther King,
Yes.
in situations like that.
Yes.
All right, that's interesting. I'm gonna meditate on that a little further, dive deeper into that.
Yes, there is much more, of course, but that's what you're seeing right now.
All right, thank you. My second question is there anything that Spirit would like me to know at this moment?
Once again, yes, the manifesting energies will continue. Yes, it might feel stagnant at times, but you're going into inner healing as you are reading. I believe as you're doing now, just continue to do that. Yes, I believe the Arabic world will start to speak to you more. The vortexes, yes, the portals that are connected to the stargates will be speaking to you. Also, the alternative Arab world, the alien version of it, through flashes in your mind, what you are picking up. Because the Arab world looked very different in the past. Now, it's been buried, of course. The true Arab world, it's been concealed. And much of it is Atlantean concealed, as much more. Archons, as some of you feel like they have been outside your world or around it, putting a grid. But many of them had their ships and their bases in that area too, in your Arabic vibration. Lemidon's one of them, but there's other places. So that's a good place for you to connect. But I believe the manifesting will increase, but around mostly September. Maybe you'll feel a change around that time.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Yes. Blessings to you.
James is next.
Hello.
Greetings.
Okay. First question is, how Andromedan or feline am I?
Around 20% from what you are seeing as for Andromedan. Feline is 4%. from what we were picking up on. So 20% is basically, yes, it is part of your energy field as much of Andromeda, the harmony of yourself, if that makes sense.
Okay. The second question is,
yes.
Okay. Is what types of beings are on me, and if they have any messages for me?
Yes, you are removing the third dimensional grid of thinking, and you're going into, actually we see angelic, the angels, of course alien too, but as you connect to the aliens you see a great deal of angels and aliens. You see everything. So just connect to spirit is really what we recommend for you, and you will see your aliens and everybody more clearly. It'll all come together. Of course, whatever you feel is comfortable for you. One moment. Right now, yes, there is Andromeda energies around you. You can believe that's one of the reasons why we are here, to give that information to you. They are protecting you. Yes, you have Pleiades, but I believe Andromedan vibrations is the strongest. So that's our message.
Hey, thank you.
Yes.
Next up is Dragon.
How you doing?
Yes, greetings to you.
So my first question is, when another being was being channeled, mentioned that I had a feline history in Atlantis, and that kind of may have explained why I've always felt like I was present in Atlantis, but then always felt like I kind of wasn't part of it either. I was just wondering, I kind of feel like I helped a lot of people, but I was also mischievous when I was a feline in Atlantis. I wanted to know if there's any information or messages about my presence there.
Well, with the mischief, I believe, was when your early connections with humans. I believe over time you matured. So yes, you as a feline being, I mean, you can technically call yourself as an Atlantean, but you were from, I believe, from Sirius, from what I can see. But that's the energy I'm receiving right now. But I believe you had other feline incarnations that were connected to other places. I believe with the Lyran is where you kind of acted up a little bit, because it was a new place. You didn't understand it, and many other beings didn't understand it either. So yes, you're bumping into everyone, and warning from them. And you were a youngster too. It wasn't just that you were a child. So of course you got away with quite a bit, as they do on this world, because they kind of let you be too, because the adults knew they can learn from you. Of course, you weren't causing any real chaos, but they wanted to know what you were picking up that they might have been missing. So they let you do whatever you wanted as a youngster. That was more of a Lyran connection. Now, the one where you were more together, you could say, without all that, was more of a Syrian feline, or like a tiger being. And once again, watching over the planet, because you saw things that others were not seeing.
Thank you.
Yes.
And my second question is, I have a close companion who's very connected to the royal families, who spent time with a lot of them and met them earlier in this person's life. And I know, like, the British royal family is kind of going through some stuff right now, because there's the younger people kind of the younger royal family members clearly want change, but some of the older ones are pushing back against that. I wanted to know if it just seems like too much of a coincidence that I have that connection. I was wondering if there were any messages about that.
Well, yes. In the past, you've always kept an eye on them. I believe also you've been a spy in the past, keeping an eye on them. Again, so you're always wanting to know. Yes, because they have caused. Well, the major royal families always caused difficulties in the past. I believe most of your connections come from actually French kings. Those are the ones that really got out of hand, as you're probably aware of the history. So with this royal family, you're always going to keep your eye on them, from what I see. It goes much further, of course. We're kind of being vague at this moment, but definitely a spy for the kings in the past. But this was more your 1500 time period. So you're always keeping, but once again, the French is where those ones really not really. Oh, they're doing whatever they felt like, as you probably know. And so even in this royal family, they're playing it safe, but they're also abusing their power. That's the reason why you're keeping an eye on them for the most part. You can say waiting for them to slip up, you could say.
Is there anything in the president doing to help free the younger ones, like maybe an astral or anything from the control of the older generation?
Yes, I see you around William the most. To bring in a new, more truth, less strictness, less taxes. That was one of the big ones, apparently. And more of the archives being released, especially on his mother, because a lot's kept from him. That he knows it. So he has, his conspiracy. He knows as much they're not telling him. So William is the one.
Thank you. Much love.
Yes, blessings.
Next up is Liz.
Greetings to you.
Hello. Hi.
Yes.
Could you tell me what I've been doing lately? Because I'm very, very sleepy.
Yes, I see you connecting to the Arcturian councils. I believe with your extraterrestrial connections and connecting with Arcturians. As for the shift that is coming to the Earth. Now, yes, there's a major one coming, and you're involved with it. Now, with the government situation, not going into details, but it has a lot to do with the Earth, is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Earth changes. Once again, they're being kind of quiet. You will know it when it occurs. Let's put it that way. It's kind of occurring right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is occurring right now. You're playing a big role of monitoring it, and there's a whole nother world going on in your California and other places, but there's a whole nother reality going on there I believe you can connect with. And that's what's draining you, because there's so much deception going on there. The idea is for it not to repeat itself next year, or any year for that matter. Basically, the idea is to put a stop to it.
Yeah, let's get out of that cycle, right?
Yes, it is. I mean, there's going to be a fire, but not like it is now. I mean, there's always going to be a little bit, but not as it is. It's out of control now. So, that is the message at this moment.
Thank you. Okay, and what else can you tell me?
Well, you're going through, yes, if you want to add something.
No, just what else can you tell me for my own?
Well, you're going through an energy change. Now, yes, you have many canines around you. You can say you're connected to the canine alien collective too. There's no accident that you're with them at this time. And eventually you might see something. Right now they're protecting you. But you have had many connections with the alien star people of the canines here. As for assisting humanity, you can say changes on the way, and you have your little council there. It's just not verbally coming through, but it might. You might see some of your canine friends in humanoid form, in alien human form. One of them at least. But they're protecting you because much is going on. It's like your secret service, you could say.
The nice sniffing service.
Yes, your sniffing secret service is there because it's very much like that. If you look at it a little bit above your third dimension reality, yes, it's very much like that. You're definitely being protected because you're doing things that are very in other dimensions that are very kind of like what the president would be doing. So I think you can connect with that. So making the big decisions, you can say. So
yeah, well, if we don't get out of this cycle, the cyclicity of repeating karmic history, we're
yes,
never going to evolve. So we need to do it this time.
Well, yes, California is one of them. There's more to come. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
Umberto, you're next.
Hello there.
Yes. Greetings to you.
Yes, greetings. My first question is I recently met someone named Michelle. We have met and gotten to know each other twice now. I wanted to know if you see her being interested in me romantically and what you would recommend for me towards being with her in a romantic relationship.
Well, yeah, obvious. Well, yeah. The thing is, just to have just have conversations, and if you feel like breaking the ice, then do so. But we would say give it time, get to know each other first.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't rush into any of that. Yes,
Okay.
she's been hurt in too many incarnations in the past, or in this lifetime, events in this lifetime. So, yes, just many months of talking is good, and eventually, you can go in that direction. As a male, many want to go quickly, but it's best to take it easy. You won't know when to jump into that subject matter. Let's put it that way. So go by what you feel. Basically.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
My second question. Last year, I did an online course called The Magic Self with the teacher named Inge Bardor. This course ultimately allowed one to see an inner screen of images and or read physical objects by touch. In the beginning, the online course went through a few healing exercises. I wanted to know if or how much you see me needing to do these healing exercises. Some of the healing exercises had to do with childhood and present life ancestors. This way, I know if I can skip that part or just focus on the last exercises and be successful in them if I do skip these healing exercises.
Well, the childhood would be good for you, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, but I believe you can skip the rest and do the ones that you feel like you need to do. You save the rest of yours, but the childhood we would definitely recommend.
Okay. And so, doing these childhood ones would allow me to see these screens. You're saying, correct?
Yeah. Yes, we believe so. You might need to be there for a while for it
Okay.
to open, but I believe it will be much benefit to you.
I see. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Yeah, you too.
Yes. Blessings.
Next up is Lucy.
Greetings.
Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to Miguel's questions for now and then go back to Lucy. Miguel's question is, are there any messages from the angels?
Yes, they be patient with your energies. I believe you are, but yes, Raphael is a strong energy with you at this time. He is guiding you into a new direction, into a new life, you could say. Yes, it's like a brother to you, very much. So he's leading you into, I believe there's change going on, but it can't be 100%. But from what they're saying that you are going into, even in the physical, I believe this is where it's occurring. He is with you very much. Just follow your heart during this. It's sometimes it feels like you're going into the unknown, but you feel like you're going in the right direction. So just continue that. Blessings.
Thank you. His second question. Last week, I went camping and I felt the darkness of the forest. Could you tell me what it was I felt? Blessings and thanks.
Those are reptilians and other beings, but mostly reptilians that are ruling nature. And they're using it against humanity. You say why a bear gets very aggressive to a human or other animals is because of the manipulation. They use nature against humanity. That's not always in all areas, but yes, where these fires are hitting, you can say that is where they have their power. They can just light it, basically. So this is, yes, another, when they hit nature, they hit humanity. So healing it is not easy either. It can be done, but it's good to have others with you. But even there, it is very difficult. But this is where many of their ships are above nature in that area. But it's not all of it, but they have certain areas where they create a vortex where their vibrations sit and they send out their communication to humanity, you can say. So, blessings.
Thank you. Lucy, you're up.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, greetings to you.
Hello.
Yes.
Well, I keep waiting for things to stop. They're not. So I just keep moving from one disaster scene to another. So is there any break in the tide?
Not at this moment, no, from what we are seeing. Well, they say stay put. Don't do anything too drastic.
You mean as in stay in Florida?
Well, that, yes. But it does seem like it's simmering down, but not as fast as you'd like it to. So you're going through a cycle you have to finish. And you're coming, I believe before the end of this month you will have finished it. It will slow down, I believe, during this week. But yes, it is still continuing. It's a cycle that you need to go through, for what they're saying. Yeah. Yes, go ahead, please.
Would this have anything to do with my misogynistic, Napoleonic, Messiah complex doctor?
Part of it, but it's a cycle you're going through too. So he's not always understanding what's happening to him. So you can say some of your energies are connecting with his and is causing kind of a war in astral in some ways.
I hope so.
Yes, you're going back and forth with each other, and it's a lot more vicious there, of course. But yes, you will have an end to this. I do see soon, though, for that. Yes.
Oh, good.
As for when, I believe soon. That's all they're saying. Just keep putting your foot down.
On his throat. No, I'm kidding. Just
no.
kidding.
Yes, on the astral throat. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Just stay strong. Yes. You just communicate and stay your ground. Don't let him change anything that you want to do.
Yes, thank you very much.
Blessings to you.
Blessings.
Sheina, you're next.
Yes, greetings. Can you hear me?
Yes, greetings to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I haven't been able to make any questions ready. So can you just, try to read my energy? I'm a total mess right now because I have been trying to help a psychotic person that believes that I am behind some conspiracy
Yes, you are battling, Anunnaki at this time. A strong one, too. A wizard, an astral, that's coming into this environment controlling minds. Here. And mostly those of the weak that are very superstitious, that don't even know themselves. Obviously, those that don't understand the spirit realms are easy to control and manipulate. This is why you have the world you have today. They don't trust themselves. So they're easy to program. So this is an Anunnaki being that has a vendetta against you. Now, I believe you can pick up on this energy and heal it or send them away, whatever. It doesn't really have a name he's giving to us, but I believe you can connect to the vibrations. Like a magician Anunnaki being, very dark.
Yeah. Yeah, and the ego of this
yes.
person that
yes
huge.
Yes, he would look like a dark, and yes, he's very tall. Yes.
Okay, thank you. And is there any messages for me from anyone?
Yes. You are connected to the Arcturians. Now, yes, you're connected to the Arcturian councils making peace with this earth. Now, is basically it feels like in a lot of ways you do not always trust the Arcturians. They have not been true to you. Let's put it that way. They've been true to others, but they've been sometimes not who they seem. But at this point, because many magicians are connected to and use their power for negative. So I believe you made a truce with them, and it should be bringing you more empowerment, more just a healing energy to you, from what we are seeing.
Okay.
I believe you can connect with that. It is a council energy. You most likely will be able to feel there, because there's a lot of, they come peace, love, and happiness, and a lot of them are dark magicians on this planet. So at least the darker side of the Arcturians. So it's been used against humanity, and they do affect nature too. So with that, I believe you connected to that vibration should feel a healing, and that will help you with this Anunnaki being too.
Okay, I will try to do that.
Yes.
Is this something that I am working with in astral as like a diplomat or something?
Yes, around that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it is, because we have a different definition of it. But yes, that is exactly. With Arcturians, you pushed many of them away from you. Others have brought them into their energy. It's like, wait a minute, this is not what I thought they were. So with that, I believe you can, meditation connecting to this. Give yourself time to. They are very connected to the angelic realms too.
Okay. Thank you so much, and much love and blessings to you.
Blessings to you.
Thank you.
Christy, you're next.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
Okay, so my first question is about the Black Knight satellite ship and my connection with that. What am I doing on that ship?
Well, I see you training different species.
Yes, please.
And one of them is Anunnaki, connecting more with humans in a positive way. I believe Anunnaki is a big role. Yes, you're very connected to them. There's Zetas there, but with the Anunnaki, there's other species there, but the Anunnaki seems for them to communicate with humans in a wider way. So I see many of them there too.
What do they look like that you see in your vision?
Very white, very tall, very white beings. They have different forms of how their faces are. Kind of like, it looks like they're wearing masks sometimes.
Like an owl mask, almost like that kind of.
Yes, around that. Yes, what you are reading, that is what's coming through. Yes.
Okay.
Go by what you're visualizing.
What I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then when I was I asked that because when I had a vision of being a mediator on the ship,
yes.
Between the Queen of the Draconians and a Pleiadian, like them negotiating of Earth releasing the negative Dracos.
Makes sense. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would need that Anunnaki energy, or however.
Well, many of these Anunnakis were not trusted in the past, and now they are. You can say they went through a clearing, you can say. So you can say they're being reintroduced to the planet. You say their forces will help. So yes, it's very connected to that, yes.
And my second question is about me drawing and helping the newly awakened starseeds. They seem to be like around 20 years old and younger, and they seem like kind of confused, like of who they are, and then they see my artwork and they get so excited, but they, like it helps them kind of awaken. So what's the message that I get from my higher self from that, like it's kind of.
Well, you are connecting to their vibration before they enter into this world. So you're there to awaken them, as you see. They say you are a mediator. You said there's another word, but it's not coming to us. But those insectoid. Many of them are insectoid. They incarnated as human. So if you feel, go by what you are feeling to draw, of course, but insectoid is very much them. Many of them. They're the easiest ones to open up to. Because their spiritual vibrations are higher and more heightened than the others. Others get kicked down.
And their hearts open, like they haven't been like, you know, like from the worldly everything. They haven't really experienced much yet.
Yes, they separate themselves from humanity, from the main consciousness here. So, just yes.
That's one of the. I have a friend Dario that I have a question. He's one of them that I've been talking to. He's 20 years old, and he was asking about who his father was because he's thinking he's Syrian.
Yes, Syrian, but this one that you're answering the question, he is Zeta.
Okay.
But yes, it's Syrian. Syrian king at one time. You're still releasing a lot of that confusion because being a Syrian king is always as another form of programming, basically, from a world that's similar to yours. So yes.
Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, thank you so much for answering my questions.
Blessings to you. Yes.
Blessings.
Next is Stephen, and I've got his questions. His first one, does my dad, Deliv, have any messages for me? Thank you.
Yes, they are breaking the Archon grid, who are separating it from the Earth. So, yes, it will take many years for it to fully be seen, as more of the alien vibrations continue. So, yes, there was a great celebration a time ago, actually, but it has not been translated to this Earth. There's still much to do with beings here, and humans are still on the old track of repeating. Start and repeat, start and repeat. So, yes, many timeline changes, and healing is much needed. But it does take time. So, with Stephen's energies, you most likely will be able to feel that relief, and many of you have probably already felt it already. So they say hold tight, much as more it changes in the way. Blessings.
Thank you. Does the Men in Black have any messages for me? Thank you. Much love.
Yes, I do connect with Stephen through mirrors. They do come through mirrors. They do sneak around mirrors. In other words, a portal energy through every mirror, even a car mirror, like small one, they can even come through that. So yes, they do. Now he has a positive connection. He's removed a lot of their negativity. He's helped them. He's been on their ships and dealt with them on many occasions. They've kind of gone back and forth with each other. So he's been one of them ages ago, and now he's more of the positive. So he's doing you can say he's like a grandmaster in a lot of ways, healing their collective. So he's connecting with them all the time, from what I see. He probably feels that. So if he gets a joke or anything, I will leave it with that. If he gets a thought that's not his, it's probably coming from them. Blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Colin.
Greetings.
Yes. Greetings.
Hi, thank you for coming in.
Yes.
So I had a pretty big transition in my relationship this week, and I'm wondering if there's any messages around what's happening.
One moment. Just continue in the way that you feel like you are, the way you feel like going in. Just follow your intuitions, your passions. Just follow it, because you're doing what you feel is right. And they just say more confidence to yourself, and just let nature take its course. But you're going into a way that they just want to keep you together during all this.
I like that. I want to stay together too.
Yes, you want to keep your mind together, because sometimes it can go all over the place. So just concentrate when you think is right and say, yes, this is right, and do it. If your heart's in the right place, it should be fine. So
okay. And then I'm wondering if there's any other messages for me at this time.
Yes, it does seem like it does seem like part of you is kind of splitting apart to you, like letting go of the old self of you at this time is what we're seeing. So sometimes you're not sure where you're heading, but it does seem like you cut away the old version of you. Not fully yet, but quite a bit of it has been removed. And so now you do this repair of this new way of looking at things. It just takes some time to see it. Might not be instant. It won't be. So.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Blessings to you.
Blessings to you.
Okay, last is Mary, which is me, and I've got a question. I listened to the same light language activation song about 5 times today, and it was amazing. Mm-hmm. Exactly what did that song cause within me?
A Kundalini awakening, but also it took you to other realities, other timelines. So you weren't always fully aware, but it's like you're stretching out to other realities during this. So you kept playing it to kind of figure it out. It doesn't mean you have to fully figure it out, but basically you're getting a download. I believe you already had a download, but you're having it connect with you more, from what I can see here. So it doesn't mean it's going to be fully understood. Basically, it gives you more confidence, and just basically it's opening you up more spiritually. You can probably feel that.
Yes. Thank you.
So the idea is to just become more in tune with yourself. That's basically what's going on there.
Okay. Thank you. And during the blood moon, I hung out in my backyard and saw the biggest scarab beetle and I hadn't ever seen one in my home, and I've lived in this home for 12 years. What's the significance of that, if any?
Well, there's an alien being not too far from that one. So you can say you've attracted insectoid energies, but in a good way. I believe you could say during this you contacted other species, and this one just to give you a sign of things to come. Basically, it's like a messenger. Mm-hmm. Mostly just subtle energies. Now realize also that when you do this Kundalini awakening, you go outward, yes, but when you ground, you keep those connections going out, but that way you can connect to others.
Yes.
Easier. So it's like your antenna is being cleared, you can say.
Okay, thank you.
So that's another reason why the insectoids there. It's like you kind of called him there. It's like you wanted to see what was going on too. So look at it that way.
Great. Well, that's it for tonight.
Yes.
Thank you very much for answering our questions.
Yes, Andromeda energies with you all. Yes, Kundalini awakenings to you all. Blessings to you in your new earth. That's right. Oh, greetings. All right. All right, blessings, everyone. All right, we just do I have a blessing? Probably not. It's all right. Jesus loves you, and have a great weekend. Insectoids love you too. Insectoids love you too, and Spirit guide over there too. All right,
Thank
take care,
you,
everybody.
Ivan. Thanks, Mary.